racketeering, and we also got them for underlying charges like murder, fraud, arson. It's not abstract to me because I've done it and I've seen it. So the same questions that you're presenting is, do you believe? And all I can tell you is that I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to keep fighting like hell till it happens. That's your answer. And the problem is we just don't have enough people that are demanding what I'm demanding. So it's truth time. This is what this is all about. All right? Wish I could give you more than that, but I'm not in control. But keep praying.
We gotta go. You can go. Thank you.
Okay.
And you guys think of what a great, awesome. All right. I'm sorry I'm late, but there was a development. This story's all over the news, but we have them in the back. I was bringing people here from Colorado on my plane, and while they were on the way here, her office got raided. And it's just what we're talking about today, but they're going to come out here in a little bit and tell you what happened, why was their office raided. Okay? And there's things, there's a lot of complications now in this. And when they come out, I'll wrap it at the end. But what you're going to hear right now will be right up to this point, because now, after what happened, we don't know why they did it, what they did, the ones that raided her. And what I'll probably end up doing, I don't know, I got to make a decision here, and they are too. They're back there with a lot of people. But it's a scary situation. It's what everybody gets in when they're going, they're doing their job, and then all of a sudden they take over within fear, put the fear into them. And we know it just happened. You guys were going to hear some. You're still going to hear. It's all over the news now, but you're going to hear from them. But I will tell you, because I have a red team here, this is kind of a godsend.
Look at the news and see what's.
When they're done talking, that red team is going to be doing stuff here, which they're protecting all of these people that came. And they're going to be it'll probably be Thursday. There'll be a second part of this that's even bigger. But right now, they're getting ready. I'm going to let them, when they get up here, I'm going to let them tell the story, because I just had to hear it in the back. And, what timing? Isn't it timing? They're on a plane here, and this happens, This is what we talk about, the media. And this is the media. This stuff broke in the media, and you're going to hear it, a social media site. And then the media, and then all the media. This is what we're fighting, everybody. They almost didn't want to come up here. And I'm in the back going, you know what? Where does it end? Where does it end when you can attack people for no reason? They didn't do anything other than they wanted to, help out this country. It's got to stop now. I'm back there, and they were going, no. There's people back there going, no, you should go on. But they're coming on. There's millions and millions of people watching from around the world. I said, this is your protection. If everybody knows they're going to do it, you can't count on being protected by the law anymore, or by the care. You cannot count on it. They take you to court. They take you to court and sue you like Dominion and put fear into people. This is horrible what's going on. It's got to stop now. It's got to stop now. These are politicians. What you're going to hear is involved. I believe it involves the Secretary of State, but it involves the state of Colorado. So today you're going to see it. They're coming on, but I just want to tell you. I sat back there. I said, no, you need to come on. Your protection is everybody got to hear it. It's kind of like one of those things. It's too late to close the gate. The cows are out of the barn. And you know what? We didn't have that. We didn't have that before. Like my pillow. When I put it out as an infomercial, it went big right away because it was on all the media, right? Well, here, anything we put out, I told them in the back, whatever they did this, wherever they're doing this, it will get suppressed in the news, or you'll be fear of getting sued or something. That's what it is, or fear, or worse. This has been going on since the election in this country. Threats, Dominion doesn't just take people to court. You get threatening letters. The first letter I got from them sounded like a mafia letter I used to be back in the day when I owed football bets to the mafia. Stop talking or else. It wasn't or you're going to sue you. I go, or else what? But they're getting ready. They're talking. They're getting ready. And you guys ready? 30 seconds. And I just wanted to tell you, because I know the expectations were here, but this is even bigger news. You're going to see it's all over the news right now, but to get on the way here, her office gets raided. I mean, and I don't know the whole story. I just heard up there. I don't even know what story's out there in the news. I just know they were coming here to say quite a bit, and I know the whole thing. But now we do need to get one thing where it's fortunate we have a red team here. Remember Curly was up here, the red team? Well, what you're going to hear is we're not going to just go, oh, I'm in fear and I'm not going to go out there and tell the world. We can't do it anymore. So, that's right. This is what, here are we ready to go? All right, come on out, everyone.
Okay.
They're very brave, I'm telling you, all three of you. And why don't you guys, I'm just going to let you tell the story. Who would want to start?
I'll start, I guess. I'm Sean Smith. I'm a citizen and veteran. I'm from Colorado. And I've got a lot of questions for our election officials. But they don't like questions. They refuse to answer the questions. In fact, we have a Secretary of State who is drunk with power, who makes decrees like the kind that no third-party election audits are permissible in the state. She makes some emergency decrees, and when we query her in accordance with state law, Colorado Open Records Act, for the basis of her declarations that they're forbidden, she refuses to answer in violation of the state law. We had over 1,000 citizens submit comments to her hearing, which she refused to separate from the general rules hearing. They had 3 hours of citizen testimony, cut it off. There were still 50, 60 citizens waiting that entire 3-hour period. She canceled the next session where they were supposed to hear the rest of those hearings and just proceeds with the hearings. Our Secretary of State is lawless, and at every turn she appears to be attempting to prevent citizens from determining what is true in Colorado elections. There are elections. Everything that can be destroyed by the truth should be destroyed by the truth. And Jenna Griswold is in between citizens in Colorado and the truth.
That's right. Colorado is not lawless. We the people have had enough there, and we have found one elected official who's willing to stand up to the state and do what the people are asking, and that is to protect our vote. And so our clerk of Mesa County is here with us today because she took that on and took it serious. She was not a politician, she was a business owner, and her job was to defend our vote. And that's why she's here tonight. So I want to just encourage you guys to hear for just a minute what's happened in Mesa County. This has been a light of the state. We've come under incredible duress due to Jared Polis, who's the governor of Colorado, and the overreaching, overbearing Jenna Griswold, Secretary of State. She is punishing us. She's weaponizing her office against an elected official who is doing exactly what we elected her to do, and that is protect us. So please help me welcome my friend and an amazing patriot who is doing exactly what she should be doing in protecting and defending the vote. Clerk and Recorder Tina Peters. Thank you.
When I started having citizens come to me and tell me that something didn't seem right in our local city council elections, something didn't seem right in our county from years ago to the 2020 election, and they wanted answers. And I said, you know what, if there's a there, we'll find it. And I've made that pledge to the citizens of Mesa County and all over Colorado that the people elected me, not the Secretary of State. She has come into my office several times already in the last 2 years since I've been the elected official, because I am a Republican, I'm a conservative, and she's not. And she weaponizes her position to attack people that disagree with her. And so my son, who was a Navy SEAL for 9 years, a lot of that blood runs through our veins. Tragically, I lost him 4 years ago in a very tragic accident on duty. And but you know what? When you've gone through it, when you're a cancer survivor and you've gone through losing a 27-year-old son, there's not much people can do to you. Right? So when the people came to me and they said, can you help us? Can you help us find something? And I said, if you bring the information to me, I'll look at it. And I think that's what we all should do, right? Don't just turn a blind eye and say, well, I believe this or I believe that, but really look at it. And because of that, I've been persecuted. They've tried to take over my elections office because Mesa County election Mesa County is on the western slope of Colorado, and we are the last bastion of freedom in Colorado. So we would be a big jewel in our governor and our Secretary of State's crown to take over my office and control the way you vote. How do you like that?
At least the outcome of that vote, right, Dr. Frank? Yes.
So we have listened. I've listened to people. They send me things all over, and I've looked at it objectively. And there's some discrepancies there that I cannot deny. And I tell people, I say, I can't unsee some of these things. If I'm going to be honest with the people in Mesa County and in Colorado and with all of you, I cannot unsee some of these things. So I'm willing to put myself out there. I've been attacked, slandered, everything the media can do to me. Just yesterday, I got an order from the Secretary of State that she was going to invade my elections department today. And guess what? When I was on a plane to come see you kind folks and to talk to you out there, guess what they did? They provided a search warrant and raided my office. We don't know what they were doing in there, because for several hours, they wouldn't even let my chief deputy clerk, who is the acting clerk for Mesa County when I'm absent, would not even let her observe what the Secretary of State and Dominion were doing in my office.
Alone for several hours in the voting room.
Alone with no one that knew anything about elections watching what they did. But they did do this. After several hours, they allowed my chief deputy to come in and they go, oh, look at this. Look, see, we found this. I don't know what they did. But I can tell you that I don't trust them. Because I don't trust them, we're going to find out exactly what's going on.
What was the thing on, I thought you said there's something about some passwords that's out in the news.
Oh, yeah.
We need to talk about that passwords that's out in the news, all over the news now.
So I've been accused of passing down or allowing someone to expose our passwords at our elections office. And these just happen to be passwords that only the Secretary of State has. As a matter of fact, when they were in doing this trusted build in my office, they told me that I'm not allowed to have those passwords, that only they are. And so I question that, because we have passwords to get in our system. Why do they have passwords I can't have to get in the back door of my system? Why is that? What do you think? I don't know. That's a question that we need answers to, and we're gonna find it.
I don't know if the Colorado Secretary of State knows anything about elections at all. But if she does know anything, she ought to know her own passwords. So up until that point, my understanding is the social media post of the passwords wasn't associated with Mesa County. So the Secretary of State did two things. One, she told the world those are Mesa County administrative passwords or BIOS passwords. And then she asserted that the county clerk might have released them. And she let all the media run with that. But she knows those are her staff's passwords.
And if you think that the left doesn't love stirring the pot, wow. They have been harassed, they've been violently threatened. The Secretary of State of Colorado has opened up Mesa County to incredible reproach throughout the state. The people are concerned for their own well-being now because of these radical actions that the Secretary of State, Jenna Griswold, took. She could have called, she could have done something beneath the radar, but that's not what she chose to do, and that's the question, is why? Why are they acting in this manner and drawing all of this attention and even saying criminal charges? They're looking at criminal charges when nothing's been done, as been pointed out here tonight.
And their intimidation, they try to intimidate and bully. I had to send my staff home yesterday. I said, take your laptops and go home. And because the calls were coming in after General Griswold put out a press release, that was the first I'd heard of it. Nobody gave me any warning that there was something wrong or that they felt was wrong. I had to send my staff home because of the hateful outpour from people.
They did a press release?
They did a press
Who
release.
did that? Secretary
of State.
Secretary of State's office did a press release. Are you kidding me? You mean the media would go along with this and wouldn't ask you anything? That's what's up with that, huh? The news. Remember what we're fighting for here? We're fighting to get past the fake news and the news that they're using. She came and raided her office on the way here. And the news, you know what it'll be? So we'll wait and see, because we're going to call them out like we've been doing all day. This is the hill to stand on, is our First Amendment right of free speech, and getting past the media. They can do anything. People can commit crimes like the Secretary of State probably did. It doesn't seem suspicious. But who could cover up better than the media?
That's right.
I know there are decent reporters. I know there are. I've heard some of them. If you're a journalist, I beg you, stop doing your job for a minute and do your duty.
Yeah. Do your duty. Do your duty. That's what we've been talking about. If you're a journalist tonight, maybe you sit and pray about it. Get on your knees and pray about it. You owe your duty to our country.
Ask Clerk Peters. Ask Clerk Peters if the allegations are true before you publish them, and put her staff in jeopardy. And the Secretary of State knew she was doing that and did it anyway. She could have called, she didn't. Ask the Secretary of State whose passwords those are. And if they're not the clerks or her staff's, if they're the Secretary of State's, then ask her, did your staff release the passwords, or are the systems insecure? Which is it?
Colorado claims to be the gold standard for voting and for voter integrity and voter outcomes. I think this is an incredible example of the opposite. How did her passwords get out to the public? She can't even answer that. What's interesting about Colorado is the same thing that's interesting, amazing across the country. We're all gathered here all across the United States here for one reason, to get to the truth about what's happened here in America. Because under this communist regime, we're all suffering. In Colorado, we are a red state. We know we are. And there are amazing people who are out there. They are verifying this. They're going door to door. They're doing the work to prove that our elections were stolen. Yes, that our elections were stolen, and we're not letting these politicians dictate our lives anymore. They've taken everything from us.
And I want to say something too. Remember I said when I came out here, we have the red team we happen to have here. Okay? So we're going to come back on Thursday, and this is just a side thing. Maybe we'll find out why they raid your office. Stay tuned for Thursday, because I asked them if they wanted a day, they want to make it 2 days. And it's disgusting what they've done. It's horrific to our country. This is what we're living. This is lawfare. This is lawfare. This is fear of going to jail, you haven't done anything. This is fear of standing up for a country. This is fear of even speaking. Even speaking.
That's right.
Look what's happened just here to put this out today. Does everyone see a pattern today? It started out here. We get attacked by 3 different things, and I had back up to latest an hour. Okay? Then we get hit jobs come out by the media. I read them all. We attacked them all day, called out their names. One of them was here, and all of a sudden, why don't you come up here and say it on stage? And he went. Coward left. He left. Okay? And then you have all the media out there, the narratives they have, and then you have this. They probably knew the story we had coming in, and they're on the way here on the plane, and they raided your office. You know, this is what. Well, it's going to be Thursday because we do have a red team here, and you can't. There's a lot of reasons for what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. The Secretary of State's office is the one that issued, Jenna Griswold, which is the one that issued the demand, and got law enforcement come in on trumped up charges without my being able to defend myself.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
No, it was well, I wasn't there, so.
She wasn't there.
It was a DA person, and trying to think
I
of
just
who
think
else
it's
was
what
there,
a you know, this is it. What a wake up call though. All of you politicians are their representatives. We have 47 states represented here.
Yes, that's awesome.
You know,
That's
47
awesome.
states represented. You guys are all the patriots here. You used to come here for your state. You're not afraid that they put a camera on you. Your CNNs, you know, Fox ain't here, but those CNNs, and put a camera out here so you live in fear. You guys bravely came. You bravely came here because you know what? A lot of you probably had fear going, oh, if I come there and be seen there, you know, I'm going to be a target. We can't, you know what? When there's 50 million or 100 million or 200 million or 300, we can't all be targets then. You know, they can't all be targets. That's why we got to get out the word now and not live in fear. The more we tell to the world what's going on in this country, what went on. This was an attack by China on our election. Communism has took over. We skipped right over socialism. And then you have these bad actors. A lot of Secretary of States. This is just an example, and Thursday will be big. But I'll tell you, look at Brad Rassenberger. I can say that.